What did you make of the last hit out before round one, Brad?
Jack Zeeble being knocked out aside, exactly what we wanted. Good opposition, playing pretty much their best side, who I thought gave us some really good competition, and I thought they played quite well at times, and we got run into the players we wanted. So, as I said, Jack aside, it was exactly what we wanted.
How is he? And obviously you got a good lead in time to round one. Should be right for round one, but how is he now?
Oh, he's really good. He's up and about and talking to everyone, and but I mean that's not a very good concussion evaluation. There's a lot more to it than that. So we just won't know until we let it settle and do all the testing. But it's good that we don't even have to think about next week. We've got 2 weeks before he has to play. So we'll just assess him until that point.
He's got an uncanny knack of being in that situation. Mark Thompson said on radio today that you'd love for him to just pull back a little bit, but I suppose he can't do that in some ways, can you?
I've spoken to him about it, and certainly some of the positions he gets himself into with his, not just his head. He's had 2 broken legs, shoulder reconstruction. I've spoken to him about certain things, and we've trained certain things so he gets himself into a better position. But mostly, for him, it's about instinct, and he's just an incredibly courageous, hard at the ball type player. And I'd never want to do anything to take that part of his game away. But we'll just work on techniques to enable him to protect himself a bit better.
Did he have a shoulder concern just before then, Brad? He went down in the rooms, I think, not long before he got knocked out.
Yeah, he jarred his shoulder, I think, diving in a tackle, but it was fine. So they were happy to put him back on, and I stressed that if there was 100% no risk, then you can put him back on. But if there was any risk at all, don't, and they put him back on. So.
As far as the Tigers, Brad, do you almost want your opponents in this sort of game to rally a bit and test your players?
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought they as I said at the start, they gave us great competition. I thought they played some good footy at times. They're a hard running side, and I think there's a little bit with our guys. They're sort of thinking 2 weeks ahead for sure, and we started well, which was good when the heat was on. And I think there was an element of looking over the scoreboard. You're 40 odd points in front. Let's just do what we've got to do. But we reset at half time, and I was pleased with the response.
As it sits now, Brad, can you see going into round one with a forward line with both Wood and Higgins in the team?
Oh, the way they played today. I mean, this is their last chance to push for selection, and we deliberately left Jared Wade out this week to have another look at Mason Wood, and he didn't disappoint us. So, Wade comes back in, so someone's going to miss, but we're going to have a good problem at match committee.
Higgins playing permanently forward. What was your rationale with that, where he spent a fair bit of his recent career up back, hasn't he?
I just think he's a better forward than he is defender, personally, but I know he can play defence. We'll play him more through the midfield at different stages as well. And that's the balancing act with all the different players you want to put through there. So, one of the attractions to Sean is his flexibility. So, we know he can play in all zones, and he'll play where the team needs him.
Todd Goldstein also looked outstanding. Is he built ideally up to round one?
Yeah, he has. He's had a great preparation. I think Goldie now at about 26 years of age sees himself now as one of the premier big men of the competition, as he should. And I think he's really set himself for a big season, and he knows his game's built around work rate, and he's prepared that way in the pre-season. So he's primed and ready to go.
Anything you didn't like about today?
I think look, as a coach, I mean, you don't like momentum shifts going against you. I thought we were a bit slow to respond to some of those momentum changes at times. But when are you happy as a coach? I mean, we kicked 54 points in the first quarter. I didn't think we were going to kick 200.
Daniel Wells obviously had that frustrating issue with the foot last year. He's obviously going to go through some pain through this year, but the way he played today shows that he's pretty hungry for a big year.
Yeah, he's had a good prep. We've been cautious with him, obviously, but his preparation's been good, and he's ready to go. So I thought he was he was pretty classy today. And but for us, I mean, I've stressed to Daniel that he only needs to play his role in as part of the overall midfield forward unit, and that's exactly what he did today.
You had some interesting history with the roof here in the past. What would you make of today?
I've got to be careful because I did say I wouldn't, this is the time of year to experiment with those things. If there's anyone here from the broadcaster, I prefer to ask them what they thought. I prefer to ask the fans at home what they thought. Did they enjoy the spectacle? My opinion's very, very clear. I just said it before, I'll say it again. I think the roof should be closed. I think it's better for everyone. But I've stated that before, so that's nothing new. I'd prefer that the AFL tell me they've got statistics that 60% of fans want it open when it's sunny. I'd love to see that survey because I'd love to for you guys to go and ask the fans who are watching at home what did the spectacle look like with the roof half open, and then make an informed decision from there.
Were the clubs told what they were actually hoping to achieve?
No, not so much what they were hoping to achieve, just that they were trying to experiment with different things, and that's a great idea. Like, you have a look at different things and get all the information and then make a decision from there.
What were you concerned about with, was it Gibson, when Ziebell was injured, was it Gibson not being allowed to go back on? Was that the thing that you were concerned about at that stage? Yeah,
we just needed clarification because we couldn't get it from the box, and we subbed Ziebell out, he's on a stretcher coming off, and we just wanted to sub Gibson on, and we couldn't do that for some reason, so I just wanted to check, and I think in the end it was a practice game for everyone.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.